Hey, welcome back to the How to Podcast series. It's Dave with you. I'm glad to be back with you again. It's great to talk to you about podcasting, and I'm so thankful that you hit play. I am a podcast community manager. I have a community around this very show, and you get a lot of people talking about, oh, you got to build community, everybody. What are we actually building here? And what does it take to build a podcast community? And what happens when you have to manage a group of people? It's one thing to create episodes and put them out in the world. It's another thing to build a community around your show and then have to deal with people.
Uh-oh. What? People.
So I've set up this Meetup group, and we've been going for over a year. We meet twice a week, Tuesdays and Saturdays, and we do podcasting in community. And what I don't understand, people, if this is you, can you please enlighten me on your thought process here? Because it's one thing to have a ton of people sign up for this great meetup, and I'm really thrilled and excited that people are finding value and going, oh, this looks interesting, I'm going to sign up. And 7 months later, they haven't come back at all. It's like they forgot that the meetup group was even there and what even captured their attention in the first place. And they never show up. They've never come to a single meetup event since they've signed up. 7 months, 8 months, 12 months. Like a year later and you still haven't come to a single meetup. Like, did you forget about us? Like, I don't understand the intent behind signing up for a group and then just ghosting the group and never showing up again. So it's interesting, as a community creator, I get to see the back end of communities, and I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot about how this happens and how to build a great group. No, I'm not saying our group is the greatest. We got lots of work to do, but I get to see how humans show up online, and I gotta say, I'm not impressed by the majority of people who come to my meetup group who sign up and never, ever, ever, ever interact on the meetup group. I don't understand really the intent and your why for signing up for communities. I don't know if it's just like you like signing up for every community you can find or what, but we're designed for podcasters and to get you podcasting, and that's the whole reason the group exists. And there's people signing up for this group and they have zero interest in starting a podcast. They're just wanting to socialize. They want to hang out. They want to talk about their pets and whatever. And that's not what this group is for. There's other groups that can do socializing and that kind of stuff. We're focused on podcasting for our meetup group. So there's a few things that I wanted to kind of talk to you. If you're thinking about starting a community, some lessons I've been learning in the process of running my own community that maybe you can apply and use as a launching spot for your own community as you go down this path. But some great stuff to think about here on the How to Podcast series, all around community and how to run a great community for your podcast. Let's get into this. First big thing when you're talking about building a community around your podcast is to understand how the members are going to interact with each other inside of the community that you're building. Remember, you're building a town here. You're building a small little community of people. And not always are they going to get along. Not always are they going to be supportive of each other. Some are going to feel they don't have a voice. Some are going to feel like others are taking too much time from the meetings and from the get-togethers. You're balancing a lot of personalities within a community, and I don't think a lot of podcasters understand this when they're starting a community, that you are becoming the mayor of the town that you're building. You, as a community leader for your community, need to focus on a few things that would really help you as you build your community. First, to foster inclusivity for your podcast community, to encourage open dialogue within your community and make sure that all the voices are heard, not just the most vocal. Now, I've had in my How to Podcast community, and I've been a part of other communities, there's some dominant voices sometimes in a community setting, dominant in the sense that they always speak up, which is great. We want people to talk. We don't want a room full of silent people on mute in a Zoom room. We want people to interact. But at times where people find a void, they sometimes feel like they need to fill the void by being the most vocal in the room. And one of the things you as a community leader, as the mayor of your community, need to hone in on and develop is your ability to keep the conversation flowing and make sure that one or two people aren't the voice of the community and there's people silently sitting in the room who never get a chance to speak. As the moderator of this community, you need to call out those silent voices, those people on mute, and give them the safety to speak and to share their thoughts in real time without feeling like they have to fight for attention or fight to share their voice. So definitely foster inclusivity. Make sure that everyone feels included. Nobody feels left out. Nobody sits on mute for the entirety of the meeting or the time together. You need to draw these people into the conversation. It takes a lot of skill and talent and patience. And sometimes you're going to have to ask some of the more vocal people to kind of take a step back. And I would encourage you to do that maybe off on separately or privately, not in front of everyone, to tell them to speak less. Maybe do that one-on-one. But you need to foster a room where people feel included as well. When you're setting up your group, your community, make sure that you're setting really clear guidelines, the intent for the group, why we're getting together, establish the ground rules for what respectful communication and participation looks like. It can even come down to the language and tone of your community. Now, I'm not a prude. I'm not someone who's easily offended, but I find that in a more business-oriented group, excessive curse words and off-topic conversations and people maybe not being appropriate, as you can define that, whatever means that for you and your community, but whatever is not appropriate for the community. And when it happens, you'll see in some of the faces of the people in the group kind of a repulsive, like, shock and awe when someone goes off into uncharted territory that devalues the community. You need to figure out what works best for your community. That might be exactly what you want in your community. That might be exactly what you're anticipating. That's the tone of your community. Great. Then ignore this part. But if your podcast community has a more business feel, like a business after 5 club, everyone dressed up eating cheese and crackers and sipping on wine, and you have somebody who's just out there and you can tell it's not fitting the room, you need to read the room. And you as the community member, the creator of this community, need to set the tone for what's acceptable, what's allowed, and what's not acceptable. So you might have to make some hard calls. Again, you're now not just the creator of the community, you're the mayor. Wow, it's lots to consider. And lastly, kind of under this understanding the member interaction within the community is just to facilitate connections, to create opportunities for the members within your community to interact beyond the meeting. That's a sign of a healthy community, when they feel comfortable enough to interact with each other outside of scheduled events, having a way for them to communicate with each other, having a way to share. Just keep that in mind. Be careful too that you might have some sharks in your community who appear to be there for the community, but actually are just there to grab your people and bring them back to their community, just be careful. They'll be self-evident. They'll self-identify as you see. And if I would encourage your community to be able to reach out to you and go, this person that's new to the group, they've been hitting me with emails quite hard, quite salesy. Your community needs to know that it's safe for them to come to you, and that you're going to make the proper action to make sure everyone feels safe, right? You're maintaining a community, and you're going to have a lot of personalities. Our job is to understand how our community is going to interact with each other, both within the meetings and outside of the meetings. You need to create a safe place when creating a podcast community. The second part, what do you do with inactive members? So if you love vanity metrics, you can skip this section and just have at it. But for me, to have people who sign up for my community and then never show, even though I ask them questions when they sign up, like, will you commit to being actively participating in this group? Yes, I will. I would love to be participating. And they don't show up 8 months, 9 months, 12 months later. They haven't even come back to the group. They haven't even visited. They haven't even just poked around to see what's happening. They're completely ghosting the group. What I do is I go through and I cull my groups. I just start taking people out. Right now, I'm down to about 4-month window. If you've signed up for my group and you've been in the group for anything longer than 4 months, I'm just removing you. The group isn't serving you. You're not that interested. And I just take you out. I might even go down to 2 months because I want to make the group healthy. And sure, I could leave it wide open and anyone can sign up and I could get some big numbers and say, look at my huge, amazing group. But it's like having a bunch of listeners of your podcast, but nobody really is really a listener. They're just kind of like on the fringe, right? I want an active community. I want people to feel like they're part of something that's really healthy. So I remove people on Podmatch, where I am as a host and as a person looking to be a guest. On Podmatch, if you're not active there and you don't follow Podmatch's way of being on Podmatch, they just remove you. They'll even refund your money if you've been paying for it and say, listen, obviously it's not working for you, so goodbye. And I admire that because they could easily just take people's money. They could easily have a bunch of dead people signing up and just ghosting the platform. But who does that serve? And having a bunch of people sign up for your community and they never show up, who are they serving? How is that making your community better? It's not. It's a bunch of noise. It's a big number that inflates your ego, but those people don't represent active members. I take them out. I just remove them. And I'm not worried about it. It's fine. You can use gentle reminders in the process of identifying people. I send out messages to the entirety of the group saying, I'm looking for active members. Please come to a next meetup. Let me know if there's a better week or day of the week that we can get together, a better time of day. I'm willing to be flexible and create other opportunities to get together. If the scheduled meetings don't meet your calendar requirements, let me know. I get no response from these at all, from anyone. So I know that they're getting the messages and they're not even reading them. So gentle reminders that, hey, this is kind of going on and I'd love for you to be active in the group. Send them out. Be proactive. You can survey the interests of the people that have signed up. For me, I'm not getting any responses from any surveys, any questions posed to the group. Very, very little interaction from the non-committed members of my community. I don't hear from them. There's going to be a part that you have to come to grips with, that not everyone is going to be involved in your community. And we need to focus on the people that are active, right? So that's why I remove inactive people, because I don't need the fluff. I'm not interested in the fluff. I'm interested in the people committed to the community, and I want to pour into them. So I'm not looking for a big vanity number. Doesn't float my ego. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in a community that's healthy and active, and their people are participating. So if you sign up for my meetup and you don't show up for 8-10 months, you're done. You're out. Because I want to focus on people that are truly committed to the community. And by signing up and ghosting the community, you're not interested in anything. So keep that in mind. You do what works for you, but I'm not interested in a vanity number. I really am not. The last part, how do you handle toxicity and negative behavior in your community? This one's tough. Can't we all just get along? Like, can't we all just be kind to each other? Can't we all just be people who love and care for each other and truly do life in community? It's a great wish, but is it reality? No. You're going to have some very tough calls to make as the mayor of your community. You're going to fire some people. You're going to remove some people. Some people are going to be put out of town, sent packing, because they don't fit the tone and the community you're building. You're going to have to let some people go. Address any issues promptly. Confront any toxic behavior. Anybody that's hurting somebody in your community. Anybody who's coming in and trying to steal people from your community. Anybody who is excessively abusing the community. Self-promotion. Doing things that detract from the vision of the group. You need to be someone who addresses this right away. Prevent it from even affecting the group by acting right away. Speak privately with individuals that are causing the issues, explain the impact of their behavior, and enforce the consequences. Don't be giving 2, 3, 4, 5 strikes and you're out. Don't be that person. Make a decision. You will have great people leave your community because of your inaction. If you do not make the call, if you do not stand up for your community, people will leave your community. Great people, solid, foundational people that will make your community better will walk out the door if they see inaction from you as the mayor of your community. It's time to act. It's time to be swift and do it without hesitation because you know that the health of your group depends on your action. Do not let somebody steal your group from you. Do not let somebody damage the great community that you're building. Remove the members who consistently disrupt the meetings, who consistently talk over people, disrupt everything that you're trying to build. Remove them. They are not to stay in your community. It's harsh. I know it's not how you want to be. It's not how you want to show up. But one of the realities of building a community is you got to take action when somebody is destroying everything that you're trying to build. Take action. Don't wait. Don't hurt the people that you really truly care for in your community by allowing this festering disease in some cases. It's harsh, I know, that can really totally disturb your podcast community. Take action. Don't wait. One of the last things, let's end on a positive note here, is how to nurture and sustain the community over a long period of time. So our meetup group has been going for over a year now. And for the majority of that time, we've been doing twice a week, Tuesdays and Saturdays. And we're getting to be known within our community as a safe place, as some people are calling it their tribe, their family, their community. That's a great feeling to have somebody say, I make room for this in my week, in my calendar. This is my place to be. We've had people who are on holidays who will still join our meetup while they're on holidays. Their family are off doing other things, but they're gonna take a little break from the family and still join us. That's above and beyond. That is amazing to me. You need to build a sustainable, nurturing community when you're building your community from the start. Make sure you're having consistent engagement with the people in your community. Regularly share updates, resources, and encourage them to keep the community active. So you're inviting people to be a part of it. You're telling them about what's coming next. You're organized. For me, for the meetup that I'm doing, I'm usually a month ahead as far as all the events that are listed and the topics and the dates and the times. I'm creating artwork for every meetup that we do on Canva. I'm trying to build out the anticipation that we're all working towards something. It's not something that's just kind of thrown together in the last minute. There's a plan, and people love to feel like we're going somewhere, and we're not just meeting for the sake of meeting, right? Have intent when you're building out your calendar. Also, celebrate milestones, acknowledge the group achievements and individual contributions that are happening so that everyone feels like they're belonging to something bigger because they're part of this community. And evolve with feedback. Continually seek input from your members and adapt to the group's identity as it grows and as it morphs and as it matures. Your community will be different a year after it's been around. It'll feel different. It'll act different. You'll have long-standing people and new people. And I think probably one of the things that I love as a testament of a good community is how do they act to new people who show up? Does your community embrace new people who have just come for the first time? I've been here for 2 years in this community and I know everybody. And how open and willing are your long-term members? How are they for a new member? Are they welcoming? Are they loving? Are they kind? Do they give space to people? Or do they talk over people? I have been in meetups where I, as a podcaster with multiple shows, many episodes, a lot of experience, I don't come in and wave the flag of, look at me, I'm Dave, I'm important. Not at all. But I will go into meetups and there will be a leader and maybe a co-leader, and they don't even acknowledge us. And topics will come up that I know there's people in the room and maybe even I can speak to and give some really practical advice that could help. But we're never called on. We're never acknowledged. We're never asked for opinions. We're left on mute. And you feel like you're just a casual observer. And it's all about the host. It's not about the community. If I walk into a room where nobody's encouraged to participate and no one's welcome to speak and new people aren't embraced from the moment they walk into this community, that's a sign of an unhealthy community for me. And I'm most likely not going to stick around. I'm going to find another place where I feel welcomed and I feel included and that my voice matters. And not just me, but every voice matters. That's the sign of a good community. I want to know what your experiences have been in participating in someone else's community. What have you learned? How has it shaped your idea of what a community should look like? And also, do you have a community? I'd love to know. Let me know at howtopodcast.ca. It's the truth about podcast communities, growing, guiding, and guarding your group. It's really important. And I'm hoping that you're serving your community well. Keep your radar up, protect your people. Take people out that are not contributing. Take people out that are inactive. And for all things podcasting, please be careful who you allow into your group and how long you let them stay if they're not a good fit. Please protect your people. If you have any questions, I'd love to talk to you. howtopodcast.ca. Thanks for listening. Thank you so much for listening to the entirety of the episode, including this part. You know what? A lot of people leave right now. So we'll let them leave. Give them a second to go. Okay, now it's just you and me. We have our meetups that we do for the How to Podcast series. We do them during the week, and we also do them on Saturdays. So twice a week, you have the opportunity to meet other podcasters, just like you. Some people have just started. Some people haven't even released an episode yet. Some have been doing it forever. And we get together and talk podcasting. We want to help you in community to continue with your show, to start your show, to grow your show. So come and meet listeners of this show in one space on meetup.com. Again, through howtopodcast.ca, you'll see the links. It's completely free to join. Come whenever you have an opportunity to come. There's no commitment. You don't have to sign any waivers. You can just come join us. Come join the conversation. We'd love to have you there because the only thing that's going to make these meetups better is you being there. So I'm hoping you will say yes. And you'll say, Dave, I'm tired of podcasting by myself. I wish there were people I could connect with that are fellow podcasters and share my frustrations with guests who ghost me and my editing software is crapping out on me and I'm just having this hard time. I'm just having a hard time coming up with podcasts, episodes and titles and all the things and social media. Wouldn't it be great to get in a room with other podcasters and share best practices and learn? 3 of our 4 Saturdays every month are themed. So you have a topic, but that last Saturday of every month, it's open question and answer. Ask anything. Come meet a podcaster. Come enjoy the podcasting community through howtopodcast.ca. Come to our meetups. Can't wait to see you there.